Dynamic TPMS Solutions welcomes you to our TPMS training series. This is Module 6 of the series, TPMS Service Parts Part 2, Tire Sensor Replacement. In this module, we will discuss why TPMS sensors fail and need to be replaced. The most common reasons a TPMS sensor will fail or need to be replaced include dead or failing battery, corrosion, rubber valve stem damage, tire removal damage, and tire sealant damage. Let's take a look at each of these to better understand why. TPMS sensors are powered by a 3-volt lithium battery. The life of the battery is dependent on a couple of factors: driving frequency and driving conditions like extremely hot or cold weather. When a car is not in use, most TPMS sensors are dormant or asleep and not transmitting tire pressure information. Once the car is moving, the sensors wake up and begin to transmit to the control module. While the sensors are transmitting, energy is being used from the batteries. So if a TPMS-equipped vehicle is only driven occasionally, it's reasonable to expect the sensor battery to last longer than those on a car driven frequently. Battery life also depends on the transmission interval of the sensor. Some sensors transmit more often than others and deplete the battery sooner. Initially, industry experts predicted a battery life expectancy of 5 to 7 years. Now we are finding some sensor batteries lasting 10 years or more. But once the battery is dead, a new sensor will have to be installed, because the battery is sealed in the plastic sensor housing and cannot be removed or replaced. Corrosion is a more common reason for sensor replacement in areas where driving conditions are harsh. In the last module, we showed how the metal clamp-in valve stems and valve cores become corroded. This condition is usually found when attempting to service the wheel and tire. In most cases, corrosion prevents the valve cap, hex nut, or valve stem from being removed. Forcing the removal of these parts usually results in a damaged sensor. With one-piece sensors, this condition almost always requires that a new sensor be installed. When TPMS was first introduced in 2007, some TPMS sensors used rubber snap-in valve stems. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between a TPMS rubber valve stem and a standard rubber valve stem. If the TPMS rubber stem is mistaken for a standard rubber stem, the sensor can be damaged when an attempt is made to pull the stem out of the wheel. That is why it is important to make sure the vehicle is TPMS equipped before any service begins. TPMS has created new challenges for shop personnel that mount and dismount tires. The tire cannot be removed from a wheel with a TPMS sensor, the same as one without. Special care must be taken, or the sensor can be damaged by a tire removal tool or the tire bead. This can be a costly and frustrating mistake for the shop. One last possible cause for sensor failure is the use of tire sealant. Tire sealant is sold as a quick fix for punctured tires. It coats the inside of the tire and wheel with a sticky compound that seals any leaks. Although many tire sealants claim to be TPMS safe, they can gum up a TPMS sensor and make it inoperable. If it can't be cleaned, it must be replaced. Now let's review Module 6. We covered the common reasons why TPMS sensors fail and need to be replaced. Those conditions include dead or failing battery, corrosion, rubber valve stem damage, tire removal damage, and tire sealant damage. Thank you for watching Module 6 of Dynamic TPMS Solutions training series.